New York on their feet as the shot clock sounds. The Clippers to inbound for the final 12.6 of this fourth quarter. It'll be the Knicks' first win over the Clippers in their last 4 bouts. Sanders.
He drives to the lane, lost it, ball on the floor, and Christie picks it up. Double teamed with Paddington. Check that Diawara, the double team, the rookie. Diawara actually drafted by the Clippers this year, but was traded in a deal that sent Kobe Sanders to the Clippers. Those two connected. Ball is up. Christie taps it. Yannick baseline turnaround jumper flat. That does it here for the fourth
one. The Knicks with a strong second half take the win, 123 to 111. 26 from Brunson. 6 players in double figures. It was a team effort for New York. Meanwhile, the Clippers got 18 from Collins, 25 from Kawhi, 22 on 14 shots from Ivica Zubac to go along with his 11 rebounds, 23 from James Harden, 9 assists and 3 rebounds, but did not get much from the bench, just 16 bench points for the Clippers in this game. Meanwhile, the Knicks end their 4-game losing streak. They will head out west. The Clippers stay here east as they get set to take on the Brooklyn Nets. Well, for our crew here at Madison Square Garden, for Carlo Jimenez, our engineer, Ed Stokes, our statistician, Dario Manuel, first time doing stats. Pretty good job today. And back in the studio, Adam Oslin. I'll have you the rest of the way with Daniel West, our producer. The Clippers lose to the Knicks. They are now 7-2 in their last 8 games. They fall 123 to 111 here at Madison Square Garden. We will talk to you in a few on our Clippers Audio Network.
Oh, that sucked. Basketball on the LA Clippers Audio Network. Don't miss one.
Yeah, I got one.
Clippers offense failed them the last 15 minutes. They went 4 minutes without a made goal into the third quarter, into the start of the fourth. And when their offense failed them, their defense started to fall apart as they weren't able to set it. The Knicks got way too many easy looks in the fourth quarter, and Kawhi Leonard didn't score in the fourth after returning from rolling his right ankle on the fan's foot as he was backing up after hitting a jumper. That's concerning. That's not good. Sanders and Jordan Miller did not give them enough early in the fourth quarter. They were missing wide open shots. You have to make those shots. Thought Ivica Zubac had a really good game. Probably could have gone to him more in the fourth quarter with nobody making shots. But Clippers offense failed them, and when the threes stopped falling, at one point, guys, they missed 7 straight three-pointers. End of the third to the start of the fourth till a timeout, and then Collins hit a 3 out of a timeout. Brutal. That's a tough loss because the Clippers were right there, down by 3 after the third quarter. I think part of the reason the defense collapses because the offense did. Once they stopped hitting shots and Kawhi wasn't hitting anymore, they didn't set their defense. And Zubac had those 4 fouls quickly.
Pray it out. Got him left wing. Harden drive. Pray it out.
Just tough.
Harden.
Frustrating loss, frustrating start to the road trip. That end of the third quarter, they had multiple offensive rebounds. Brook Lopez put up a couple of good looks from 3, couldn't get either to go, and they just went ice cold from then into the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. They went 4 minutes without a made field goal. Clippers go cold from the field the last 15 minutes of the ball game and lose in New York 123 to 111 to the Knicks. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Oslin. This is your post-game show. Coming up, second half highlights, your post-game box score, and we'll take your phone calls on Clippers Talk. Let's get back out to Carlo Jimenez from Madison Square Garden. Carlo, to me, Simply when the Clippers couldn't get shots to fall into that third quarter, their defense wasn't nearly as good as they weren't able to set it. And they had some lapses, maybe some tired legs out there. But you mentioned 7 straight missed threes at one point from the end of the third into the start of the fourth, where they went 4 minutes without a made field goal. To me, that just did the Clippers in this one.
Yeah, I mean, you knew New York was going to be able to get hot, and I think what you had is the Knicks finally turning it on offensively, and the Clippers being unable to find anything on that end, and the Knicks being able to work inside with Karl-Anthony Towns. Obviously, a big bounce-back performance from him, and it was a tough showing for the Clippers to be able to try to stop him in the lane with Brook Lopez and some of those guards the Clippers threw at him, and just too many points. I mean, Adam, you look at the box score, Knicks 27 first quarter points, 24 second quarter points. Then it jumps to 39 third quarter points. And the Clippers just could not slow them down. And a lot of that came late in the ball game. A tough one for the Clippers to swallow simply because they started the game so strong. It felt like they were in rhythm. Everyone was getting involved offensively. Collins was hitting shots. Zubats was fantastic. Had not seen him be that aggressive on the offensive board in quite some time. But the Clippers could not close the deal. Their defense, which is not something we have said during these last 8 games, really was unable to stay strong throughout the entire 48 minutes.
Yeah, and a big turning point when Kawhi turned that right ankle backing up after hitting that jumper on the right baseline, rolled it over a fan's foot. The fan was well seated. It was Kawhi backing up onto it, unfortunately, but Kawhi never made another shot after that. The good news was he came back into the ball game. It looked like he was saying he was fine when he went to the sidelines, but when he re-entered in the fourth quarter, just looked like he lost his rhythm out there. And outside of Ivica Zubats, not many were able to score in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was tough when Kawhi Leonard, who's been the Clippers' go-to guy, especially in late games this season, is unable to get a good look offensively. But the Clippers, Adam, they had great looks in that fourth quarter. I mean, the amount of open threes, I'm interested to see how the NBA scores wide open versus open. It felt like the Clippers had numerous open threes in that game and just couldn't drop them in. You still shoot 15 for 42, but there were some looks there where, I mean, James Harden late to make it a 6-point game, misses a far corner three. I thought Chris Dunn, obviously one of his toughest games shooting the ball, 1 for 6 from deep, 2 for 8 from Brook Lopez. The Clippers just didn't hit the threes they needed to. I don't think that's not the complete reason they lost today. I do agree with you. The defense struggled, especially at times this season, tonight. But the Clippers, they missed some great looks in this game. And look, they've been shooting the ball really well. 3rd in the NBA over their last 7 games, coming in tonight from the 3-point line. But that hurts when you miss those games.
Clippers 7-2 their last 9 games. Those 2 losses, well, the opposition outshot them from 3. The 7 victories, the Clippers won the 3-point battle. So we know how big that is. Like Kobe Sanders and Jordan Miller had some really good looks to start that fourth quarter too. Those young guys couldn't get any shots to fall. And unfortunately, the Clippers fall 123-111 in a game that was much closer, and that entering the fourth quarter was just a 3-point lead for the Knicks. This is game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Game 2 in Brooklyn on Friday. Tip-off same time at 4:30 Pacific. We'll have your pregame show starting at 3:30. Carlo, great call. We'll talk to you on Friday, my friend.
Adam, I get to talk to you another time soon. I'm excited about that. Let's go!
Clippers dropped their first of this 3-game road trip, losing 123-111 in New York to the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Hey, thanks a lot, man, for shepherding us through this broadcast.
Yeah, you're all good, man.
That's a tough loss.
All right. Hey, you too. Take care.
That was a tough loss. It's funny. Now I see people in here like, well, they should play Conan instead of Brook Lopez. Like, first you wanted Lopez to start over Zoo. Now Zoo has a good game. So now Lopez is out of the rotation. They should put Conan in. I mean,
my favorite spot that I've taken it to is where Colorado and Wyoming and Utah touch. It's a blue ribbon river.
You got to hit your open shots.
Is incredible.
Make or miss league.
Upgrades to roof racks. Modify your Toyota truck.
Clippers are 7-2 their last 9 games. All 7 victories. They outshot the opponent from 3. That is not a coincidence. And they were right there against the Knicks until the last 15 minutes of the game.
Toyota, let's go places.
The best in the world are taking over LA. NBA All-Star 2026 brings one unforgettable competitions and marquee matchups right here in LA. Get tickets now for NBA crossover.
What do you mean you got to play the young guys more? The young guys were missing all those open shots to end the third and into the fourth quarter.
Don't wait, the countdown is on.
It's hard to play young guys and win ball games. The Clippers have been playing them a ton.
All-Star 2026 Los Angeles.
Now we've moved on to Himothy. Adam, what's the point of this season? Like, I can't.
Hey, what are you eating?
We're right back to should we just blow it up?
Oh, nice. Wait, they let you eat like that?
They win a game. Clippers will never lose again. They lose a game.
Does look good.
Should we blow it up?
Get your own. All right. Where do I find this? Is it factormeals.com? Yep, and they got a deal going on. Oh, love a deal.
They had it.
It's not move.
They're still down 3 entering the fourth quarter.
Factor. Eat like
The Knicks kept hitting. The Clippers went cold.
Is LA Clippers basketball.
Tough loss, Clipper Nation. 123 to 111 was the final in favor of the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. It was a 3-point game entering the fourth quarter, but the Clippers started going cold before that. This Clippers team could not score in that fourth quarter where it was a 3-point game. Clippers were right there. They ended up with 24 points in the fourth quarter, some of that coming late during inconsequential time, but they got blitzed early on. They went 4 minutes scoreless from the end of the third to the start of the fourth quarter. They missed 7 straight three-pointers, pretty much all of them wide open at one point during that stretch. And that'll do you in. As the Clippers go 15 of 42, which is 36% from the outside, but the Knicks, they shot 42% from three, 14 of 33. And when the Clippers started missing in the fourth, it just looked like they let go of the rope a little bit on the defensive end. Too many easy buckets for the Knicks, slashing down the lane, getting some good looks and easy looks in transition against the Clippers, or run out from, I think, Miles Bridges. Yabusele started to get it going as well. A guy who has not played well so far this season for the Knicks. Played well tonight. Clippers ended up shooting 44% from the field. As I mentioned, 35% from the outside. Got out rebounded 48 to 40 and 16 to 15 on the offensive glass by the Knicks. Knicks with 54 points in the paint. Clippers with 44. Knicks with 25 second chance points. Clippers with 20. Knicks with 8 fast break points. Clippers with 9. I think the Knicks had 6 fast break points in the second quarter alone. Actually, that might have been on the Clippers side. I'm going to have to double check that. But the reason the Clippers were even in this one, especially in the rebounding battle and second chance points, Ivica Zubac must have had, 12 of his 22 points on putbacks in this ball game. Big Zoo had a great game, 22 and 11, 11 of 14 shooting out there. Was in foul trouble. A couple fouls were a little bit on the ticky-tack side. But as we mentioned earlier, Kawhi Leonard had all 25 of his points, and that was before the 5-minute mark of the third quarter, as he had just come out after turning his right ankle, backing up on a right baseline jumper. He rolled it on a fan's foot. The foot wasn't sticking out. Nothing dirty there at all. Just Kawhi kept backing up and rolled it on the fan's foot. Now, when he went to the bench, it looked like he said, "I'm all right." And he did come back into the ball game, started the fourth quarter, but did go scoreless in that fourth quarter. Now, they were doubling him a lot more. They were daring the Clippers' young guys to beat him with Kobe Sanders and Jordan Miller, and unfortunately, they did not do that in the open shots that they had in the fourth. Chris Dunn was 1 of 6 on three-pointers. A lot of open looks there. He couldn't get to go. Thought John Collins had another very good ball game with 18 and 10. It was a bright spot in the fourth quarter. Hit that big three-pointer out of the timeout. Bodied Jalen Brunson on the other end for an and one. But James Harden eventually really cooled off in this ball game with Kawhi Leonard. 6 of 17 for James. Was 4 of 7 from the outside. Started off hotter than that. Was not missing from 3, including a 4-point play. No, he got fouled on multiple 3-point shots in this one. James Harden did go 7 of 7 at the free throw line. Finished with 23, 9 assists, and 3 turnovers in his return. Brook Lopez did have 2 3-pointers, but went 2 of 8 from distance and missed a couple of crucial ones on the same possession after James Harden created an offensive rebound and a second chance for them late in that third quarter. Couldn't get either of those good looks to go. Jordan Miller finished 1 of 4 with 6 points off the bench. As for the Knicks, it ended up being led by Jalen Brunson. Slow start, strong finish, 26 points, 9 of 12 shooting, 4 of 5 from the field. They also got 20 from Cat, 20 from OG Anunoby. It was Miles McBride with 16 and some big buckets in this one as well. I thought McBride was huge for them. He had 14 points early on in the ball game, and Jordan Clarkson, Clipper killer off the bench for them, had 12. Clippers lose 123-111 in New York to the Knicks. Clippers now 13-23 on the season. Quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll get to your phone calls coming up here. 866-987-2570. 866-987-2570 is the phone number. I'm Adam Osland, and this is your Clippers postgame show right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
The most demanding job with that kind of versatility.
Trey Old is not available, Pitbull. Old news. He already got traded.
2025 Ford F-150, California's best-selling truck brand, Ford. It's time to see Ford in a new light.
I don't go off one game plus minus very often. It doesn't tell you the story.
Hello?
It doesn't contextualize things.
Mile 26.
Kawhi was their best player through 3 quarters. Didn't score in the fourth. Didn't score after turning his right ankle.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was
It's a disappointing loss. It's a frustrating loss.
I can't feel my feet. Look, take a picture.
Hopefully Kawhi's okay.
To the car.
Share every shot, every
It's not necessarily a bad loss, but it is a missed opportunity. It's a 3-point game. And the Clippers have yet to win a game trailing while heading into the fourth quarter this season. And they were only down by 3, but they had lost momentum into the third quarter. They went scoreless for 4 minutes from the end of the third into the start of the fourth. And there was a 25 run by the New York Knicks around that time.
Plug-in hybrid vehicle. Installing an EV charger at your home. Get a rebate for that to up to 15.
Tough loss. 866-987-2570. If you guys want to get on.
Put more money back in your
We
pocket
turn
while helping the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Visit
What's that?
ladwp.com/EV today to start saving. That's ladwp.com/EV. Proud partner of the LA Clippers.
Pitbull's a little late here.
Back at it.
This is LA.
And this league can go through one cold streak of about 5 minutes, and that's enough to do you in. And that's what we saw tonight. End of the third quarter into the start of the fourth. Clippers went 4 minutes without a made field goal. They missed 7 straight 3-pointers at one point, and they lose 123-111 in New York to the Knicks. I'm Adam Osland. This is your Clippers postgame show. Coming up on AM 570 LA Sports, we have Clippers talk for you. If you want to get on, 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570. Clippers next contest. They stay in New York. They're taking on the Nets in Brooklyn Friday, 4:30 tip-off. Pre-game show right back here at 3:30 Pacific time. Outside of Los Angeles, leaving you until then in LA. It's Clippers talk next. Who this?
This has been
Who?
Clippers Locker Room, the official recap of Clippers hoops.
Oh, yeah.
Andre.
Game look at the LA Clippers. A step back 3.
All right, let me put you on hold.
Kawhi Leonard. Don't miss a moment of Clippers basketball all season long right here on the LA Clippers Audio Network.
Zubats had a great game. But,
Make
like,
this a preset by searching LA Clippers on the free
you really
Apple
needed to see that?
iHeartRadio
We have a pretty
app.
big sample size of Zoo playing well.
We make it easy.
I'm glad you guys can turn back in favor of a guy with one game.
Choose from the biggest selection of the year with the
I would say look at body of work.
all-hybrid Camry with its
You know, he's played like 400 games as a Clipper.
Tacoma 4x4. or an adventure.
It shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. He was an absolute dog on the glass. I think half of his points came off of putbacks. Hey, if they're not going to give you the ball on the block, make sure you're active around the rim.
Now it's easier than ever to find the Toyota
Zoo was.
right for you at Toyota.com.
I love seeing that.
For our full lineup of vehicles. Compare features side by side.
Kawhi rolled his right ankle but came back into the ball game. He did not score again after returning.
You can even build, price, and accessorize your Toyota right
Doesn't
online.
fit the superstars. Kawhi scored the majority of his points with Ivica Zubac out there. He scored.
We make it easy. Toyota.
Kawhi scored 22 of his 25 points with Zoo on the floor. He was cooking. He had 15 points in the second quarter, and 12 of those came with Ivica Zubac out there. This whole he doesn't fit or the spacing thing, it's like we've been watching them work together for years. Yeah, I counted all the points he scored when Zubac was out there for your whole spacing narrative thing. He cooked and played his best when Zoo was on the court with him. But y'all just love your narrative sometimes too much.
Everyone on their feet, and even if the fit checks off the court, that make you do a double take.
Clippers, last 15 minutes of the ball game, they let go of it. They couldn't hit shots, and then the defense fell apart. That's what's gross. I don't like shots should not make or misses should not affect your defense.
We'll see you courtside, LA.
The Clippers couldn't escape from New York with a victory over the Knicks, at least. They play a poor last 15 minutes of the ball game and lose 123-115 to the Knicks. Welcome in. I'm Adam Osland. This is the official post-game show of your LA Clippers. It's Clippers Talk, 866-987-2570. 866-987-2570 is the phone number. The Clippers are right there in the game. Everything was fine. Everything was going well for them. And then about the 3:30 mark of the third quarter, actually make it about, I think I'll be exact here, the 2:42 mark, I want to say, Brook Lopez hit a three-pointer, went just 2 of 8 from the outside, but hits that three, yes, at the 2:42 mark of the third quarter. The Clippers are up by 4. There's 2:42 left in the third. You can't get down by 3. You can't have a 7-point swing entering the fourth. But they do, because they started missing everything. For 4 minutes, they went without a made field goal. After a game where they were knocking down shots, it was Lopez with that three-pointer over Jordan Clarkson at the 2:42 mark of the third. Brunson gets a layup. A steal by Towns on Harden. Mitchell Robinson put back. Tie game at 85. Jordan Miller got fouled, hit 2 free throws. Yes, they scored 2 points during this stretch, but they didn't make a field goal. Clarkson gets an and 1. Knicks up by 1. Lopez missed 3. Harden offensive rebound. Lopez misses another three-pointer. Bridges layup on the other end, and the Clippers are down 90-87 heading into the fourth. They've yet to win a game down entering the fourth quarter. It's right there. You're up 4 with 2:42 left in the third. You have to have the lead entering the fourth. You can't have a 7-point swing there. And then to start the fourth, it gets worse. Kawhi comes back out there after rolling his ankle around the 5:20 mark of the third quarter on a fan after he hit a jumper to get to points 24 and 25, where he would finish. Rolled his right ankle, the right foot, the same one that had him miss 10 straight games. Hopefully he's okay. Did start the fourth quarter next to Zoo, Batum, Jordan Miller, and Kobe Sanders. Miller gets fouled again. Goes 1 of 2. Towns attacks Kobe Sanders on the switch and gets an and 1. Clippers down 5. Batum, good look, missed 3. Bridges missed 3. Towns, offensive rebound and a putback. Clippers are down 7. They call a timeout. Out of the timeout, Jordan Miller misses a good look. Now it's a 9-point game. Zubac dunks it on OG in the post as he got to work quickly there with the mismatch. That was your first made bucket by the Clippers in 4 minutes to make it 97-90. And from there, Miller misses a three-pointer, open. Kawhi misses a jumper. Zoo gets the putback, but a McBride bucket, I think his only bucket of the second half, but he killed him in this game. Batum, another missed 3. Knicks offensive rebound after Towns gets blocked out of bounds by Nico, and this time he does get fouled. Now we're at a 14-5 Knicks run. After Towns hits those free throws, the Clippers are down 101-92. Dunn and Harden are back into the game, down 9 for Jordan Miller and Kobe Sanders. The young guys, unfortunately, did not step up in a big spot to start that fourth quarter. Batum also missed open looks. Kawhi only took 1 shot. It was Ivica Zubac and pretty much nobody else. Towns gets another one to go, 11-point game. He started to heat up. Now the Clippers are 2 for their last 10 after Zoo finally misses. Collins misses. They get a pass up ahead to OG Anunoby on a run out. And this is what I'm talking about. When you're not making shots, that's when you can get burned in transition. That's when your defense can start to fall apart. Collins had a miss. Dunn thought he had the rebound. It bounces around. This was multiple times. Dunn couldn't hold on to the ball in this game. And they get a quick hitter up ahead to OG Anunoby for the dunk. The Clippers at this point, at the 7:07 mark of the fourth quarter, have missed 7 straight three-pointers. Now they call the timeout. They're down 13. And out of that timeout, a great pass in the short roll from Ivica Zubac to a near side corner three-pointer made by John Collins. 105-95. Still a 10-point game. Yabusele misses a dunk. They're getting offensive rebounds now, and Brunson gets a three-pointer out of it. Clippers back down by 13. On the other end, Collins posted up Jalen Brunson and got the and one. That was great to see. I thought John Collins and Ivica Zubac had the 2 best games. Kawhi did till the fourth quarter, unfortunately. And maybe it was due to the ankle. I don't know. We'll hear from Coach Lou postgame. Jalen Brunson jumper, 12-point game. Yabusele hits a 3. It's a 15-point game, and this one's all but over. Clippers got some style points later. Dressed it up to look the score a little bit nicer, or to look their offensive shooting percentages, make those look nicer. As Collins would hit another 3, Zubac had a floater, but when they were down 15 after the Yabusele three-pointer in the fourth, game was over. Dunn finally hits a 3. It's too late. Kawhi got blocked by Mitchell Robinson. Didn't look good after coming back in to start the fourth quarter. This is the second time in the last 9 games the Clippers have lost. Both times they've lost the three-point battle. They're 7-2 in their last 9 games. All 7 wins, they outshot their opponent from the outside. Now you can say they hit 1 more three-pointer in this game. They also attempted 9 more to get there. I'm talking shooting percentage. They shot 36%. The Knicks, 42.5%. So Kawhi finishes with 25 points, but did all his work and was done scoring by the 5-minute mark of the third quarter when he was taken out of the game. I don't know if it was related to the ankle. Looked like he wanted to stay in at first, then came out. Usually goes out around the 4-minute mark of the third quarter to get rest to start the fourth. He did start the fourth. That's the good news. He didn't look good afterwards. I'm not saying he looked hobbled. He just couldn't make a shot. So hopefully, big picture-wise, Kawhi's okay and didn't exacerbate or worsen that right ankle, right foot that he sprained earlier in the season that had him miss 10 games. And the fact that he came back in, that has to be a good sign. But you never know. Adrenaline, you just don't know. La Murray put this up. In the second half, both teams had 9 offensive rebounds. 5 made threes. Knicks won the free throw battle 12-11. Yeah, I'm not reading this correctly. But the Knicks did outscore the Clippers in the paint at the half, 36-22. After halftime, I should say. The second half of the ball game, the Knicks outscored them 36-22. And the Clippers took more three-pointers, and they kept missing them all. They were good shots. They were open shots, but they couldn't hit them in the second half, or at least the last 15 minutes, not till the game was already out of reach. And meanwhile, the Knicks had a more balanced attack. But if it wasn't Ivica Zubac scoring in the paint, nobody else was really doing it. Zoo probably could have got up a few more shots early in that fourth quarter when guys kept missing. He ended up 11 of 14, 22 and 11. He was a beast near the rim. Would have liked to see him get a few more shots up. I get it, though. You're hitting threes, you're hitting threes, you're hitting threes, and then all of a sudden you just go cold. Well, do you just give up on that shot that you've been hitting? Because then it'll never turn around. I mean, I just saw this a couple of games ago where the Clippers started off cold from three. They stuck with it, and eventually those shots were able to fall, and that was the main reason they won, because they were hitting everything in the fourth quarter. I think it was the game against the Utah Jazz. They started off like 8 of 30 from three, or 8 of 32, and then in the fourth quarter, they went 8 of 15 because they didn't give up on the shot. So it's not as easy as, well, then stop taking them. It's like, the reason you were up is because you were hitting threes. It's a part of your game plan. It's a part of the league. It's just frustrating when they don't fall. They generated good looks. Guys were missing at a critical time. And the Knicks weren't. It was layups or threes from them late. Clippers lose this ball game 123-111 in New York to the Knicks. Oh, God. Am I really going to start things off with a Knicks fan? Andre, who lives in Southern California, but has been on hold for like 45 minutes waiting to get on and probably gloat here because his Knicks won. Andre, what's up?
So not gloating. I'm happy. I'm glad our streak, we ended our losing streak with you guys. That's a good thumbs up for us.
Yeah, you guys hadn't beat the Clippers since November of 2023.
Yeah, sounds about right. Because I know I felt like every time I called, we were coming off a loss. Last time I think we beat you, RJ Barrett was on our team. But anyways, it was pretty good. It was like nice to see Cat was not in foul trouble, and he actually got to the line, so that means he got calls. Was Zubac guarding him most of the game? Did you realize from your opinion? Is that why he was in foul trouble? Adam?
Zubac's on Cat?
Your boys do? Yeah.
He was on him a lot. Brooke Lopez had his opportunities too. John Collins was on him a little bit. I think Zoo got the majority of the reps. It was nice Cat giving him his fourth foul. Cat did give him that fourth foul.
Yeah, it was nice from Friday to get a whistle. It gets so fresh and he doesn't get a whistle. But I thought you guys were back, Adam. I still see you're under 500, so you couldn't be that bad.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah.
They're 10 games. 10 games under 500.
Yeah, I know, right? No, it was a good game. Next time I hope to see you. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go to that Friday game later in the season. But yeah, thanks for having me later.
All right. There goes Andre. You know what? He showed a little bit of grace there. Clippers lose to his Knicks. Final score 123-111. You can't go scoreless or without a made field goal for 4 minutes. You can't miss 7 straight three-pointers in this game. And what you really can't do is only play defense when your shots are falling. You don't pick and choose when you play defense. It can't be only when shots are falling and things are going well for you that you lock in defensively. Because when the Clippers started missing shots, that's when their defense fell apart. Some of that is natural. Long rebounds leading to runouts. You can't set your defense because you're missing. But some of the effort wasn't good enough also the last 15 minutes defensively while the Clippers were bricking. Clippers lose the first leg of this 3-game road trip, 123-111 in New York when it was a 3-point game entering the fourth quarter. Quick timeout. We'll come back. More of your phone calls, 866-987-2570. 866-987-2570 is the phone number. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network and AM 570 LA Sports.
Time to find the Toyota that's just right for you.
This is a great stat right here from Mr. Clipper. Yeah, the bench was bad.
Compare features side by side. Search our available inventory. See our latest offers.
And it was the bench with James Harden to end that third quarter that got them into the funk.
Right online. So for your next Toyota,
James Harden, first game back, he was hot to start. He had, not initially, but the end of the first quarter, James Harden had 9 points in the final 90 seconds of that first quarter. I want to see what he ended up scoring in the fourth, too. Harden ended up with 2 points in the fourth. Also didn't get it done. If James Harden and Kawhi Leonard combine for 2 points in the fourth quarter, you're probably going to lose. This isn't that difficult. Your superstars have to show up. And Kawhi wasn't very aggressive after coming back from the ankle injury. And when James Harden came back, he wasn't either. And some of his defense was really bad. I think he gave up a Miles Bridges layup. He just blew by him, and James Harden just stood there on the perimeter. Kawhi inbounded the ball afterwards and kind of looked at him.
Grab them before they're gone. Ticketmaster.com/Clippers. And we'll see you courtside, LA.
Kobe Sanders and Jordan Miller didn't have good games. They needed one of those guys at least to get going. They didn't. Brook Lopez just 2 of 8. But 2 missing good looks. It can't happen. The big 3 was pretty good till the fourth. Then it was just a beat to Zubats as Kawhi and James Harden. I mean, they combined for 2 points in the fourth. The beats of Zubats ended up with
This is LA Clippers basketball.
8 points in the fourth. Those 2 get 2.
LA Clippers Audio Network.
Yeah, you could sum this up to your 2 best players combining for just 2 points in the fourth quarter. That's what Kawhi Leonard and James Harden had. And even worse, they just weren't even aggressive enough. They weren't getting shots up. I understand some of those misses, those wide open misses, were generated by them. New York's trying to shut them down, leads to open shots for others. They have to hit. But also, Kawhi and James Harden have to be more aggressive, and hopefully Kawhi is okay. This is Clippers Talk. I'm Adam Osland. Kawhi rolled the right ankle around the 5:20 mark of the third quarter on a fan as he hit a right baseline jumper and was backing up as he was cooking. He had 25 points, but did not score again when he entered the ball game in the fourth quarter after leaving the third quarter with about 5 minutes left. And the Clippers lose this one in New York to the Knicks, 123-111. Let's go to Clipper Edward. Clipper Edward, you're on Clippers Talk with Adam Osland. What's up, Clipper Edward?
Oh, man, this is a disappointing loss because I hate losing to the Knicks and the Lakers because their fans are so annoying. But Kawhi's to blame tonight, man. When you're asking for, and I bring this up every single time, but when you're asking for $50 million+ and you don't put the effort in on the offensive and the defensive end, I mean, that pressures Achua wide open 3 where he just put his hand up 5 feet away. It's like, bro, we see what you're doing.
Precious Achua? You mean OG Anunoby when he gambled on that 3-pointer?
OG Anunoby, whoever, you know what I'm talking about, whatever, the same old guy. His former teammate, a guy who he should have known all his moves, standing 3 feet away, putting his hand up. We see the effort, Kawhi. We believe it. Come on, stop all the BS.
Oh, To be fair, Kawhi was
shout out
their
to
best player on the floor until he rolled the right ankle.
Come on. He could have been better. A lot of the
he had
defense before
25
that. I mean,
points
he could have
before
been.
the start of the fourth quarter.
But what about his defense though?
His
I'm talking about
defense
the
was
defense.
pretty good. I agree it wasn't very good in the fourth quarter.
It was okay. Not when you're asking for $50 million, it was okay.
Bro, you can
But
do
shout out
that
to
with
John
everybody
Collins.
making that much money every night, and you can say, well, this guy didn't play well enough, and this guy.
Well, how many guys are making $50+ million putting up this kind of effort tonight?
A lot. Like, go look through Anthony Edwards' game log. Go look through everybody making that much.
LeBron scored 30 points his last game, and no one had a triple-double. And he does this, like, that's why I didn't blow up these. That's why I don't call those 30 points.
Can we contextualize it a little bit while you're just hating? Kawhi had 25 points, rolled the ankle, and then looked bad when he came back from the ankle in the fourth quarter.
I mean, these are ticky-tack injuries. I mean, I guess, but
what, you a doctor? Is this? You know what the injury is already?
No, I'm not. God forbid it's something serious. But anyways, forget about Kawhi because you already know what kind of deal his is. Shout out to John Collins. Shout out to Zubac.
I agree with that.
Shout out to everybody giving an effort. And shout out to everybody giving an effort on the court. But John Collins, like I said, he's not worth $26 million. If he's willing to take less, I'm willing to bring him back. But then again, shout out to John Collins. Shout out to Zubac. I'm not going to ramble all night. Thank you for bringing me up, Adam. Have a good night.
All right, Clipper Edward. Kawhi's got 3 steals in the ball game and he's been leading the league in steals. And his defense has been pretty good. I agree. He gambled on that 3-pointer by OG. I didn't like that. They were also down. He's trying to create something to happen, but nobody was good in the fourth quarter defensively. Kawhi is one of many guys I'd be looking at in that fourth quarter. But again, he had just rolled the ankle and he didn't look the same afterwards. So I give it a little bit of a pass. We'll see. Hopefully he's available because they still got 2 games, Friday and Saturday on a back-to-back. We don't know how that's going to look yet. Still looking for post-game audio from Coach Lou or some quotes coming out. Jamil in Pasadena. Jamil, what's up? You're on Clipper Stock.
Hey, Adam, how's everything going with you, brother?
I'm okay. It's a frustrating loss.
Yeah, and I can't disagree so much and agree with Edward as much, like, on everything, but I can kind of see what he's saying about with the Kawhi thing. I'm kind of like, his processing is like, I don't like it. He's taking all them threes. Like, I could see if you took your first 2 or 3 shots from the inside the perimeter, you shot a couple of mid-ranges to get yourself going, then you shoot a 3 once in a while, but you shooting over Carl Towns, shooting over triple team, shooting over double team.
He was 3 of 7 from 3. Why are you acting like he took 15 of them?
He took, but Adam, you hear what I'm saying? You listen to what I'm saying? He shot over Carl Towns. You take him off the dribble. You're a faster guy than him. He shot over a triple team, and then he fell to the ground after the triple team had a fast break point at the end of that, and they scored right away. The last game he shot 8 and missed all 8. The game before that he shot 16 and made 3. It's like you can't like that. I'm not saying it's bad, but the process, that's not your process, Kawhi.
Have you listened to any of the audio we're playing? Kawhi Leonard is evolving his game. He's been talking about this for a month. He is putting up more 3-pointers. And he didn't go 3 of 16. He went 6 of 16 from 3. That's 38%.
That's 10 shots you missed that you could have gotten to the lane and scored 2. You could have scored 2 points in the lane. Like this. Last game, Adam.
That's 18
right?
points on those 16 takes. That's good. That's good. That's fine.
No, that's not really good. He was okay. With 100%, that's fine for 2, right? And he shot 8 threes.
No, he wasn't. So he was not 100% from 2. He was 10 of 25 overall. He went 0 of 8 from 3, so he was 10 of 17 from 2. We got to at least get our facts right.
You said it out your mouth. You said it out your mouth. So I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. You said it out your mouth. You said he's 100% for 2.
I'm looking at the game log. He went 10 of 25.
I'm talking about when he shot the 2s, Adam, from the beginning of the game. When he shot those 2s, he missed 8. He missed 3 threes. He made all his 2s. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the full entire game. I'm talking about him making these tools.
I don't even know what game you're talking. I don't know what game you're talking
The
about.
last game you
Okay,
just had,
Jamil, can I help you with this? He went 10 of 25 from the field against Golden State, his last game that you're talking about. He went 0 of 8.
I watched the game. I know.
Okay, so he went 0 of 8 from 3. So that means he was 10 of.
That's what I'm saying. No,
so he was 10
Adam,
of 17 from 2. You keep saying he made all his twos. He was.
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying, Adam. I'm saying, look, at the point when he missed his first 2-pointer, which is the 2-pointer he shot, the 15-footer went off the back of the rim and went up off the backboard. I watched the whole game. Up to that point, he was 100% from 2. You said it, and Carlos said it. He's 100% from 2. And he missed his first 2-pointers, and he started shooting threes again. I'm talking about that point.
Okay.
I'm talking about that lets you show right there.
That's great. He still missed 7. He missed 7 twos in the game. He missed 7.
Okay, brother. Okay, exactly. But that's his game. Kawhi is a 2-point shooter. You shoot when Kawhi in his best, when he played for the best time for us in 2019, 2020, he shot 2 threes a game. He made about 1 a game, and he shot about 15 to 16 twos.
Jamil, who do you think knows Kawhi's game more, you or Kawhi?
I'm not saying I know his game more. I'm saying the fact that makes it's a process. It's a process, Adam. It's not about his game. It's the process. We don't need that for this team. If this record was violent, if the record was reciprocated and it was 23 and 12, then we could talk about, okay, Kawhi can shoot all the threes he wants, go through your process, go through your progression.
Jamil, I'm just telling you, do you know, Jamil, one of the biggest reasons why they've won 7 of 9 is because of 3-point shooting. They have outshot Jamil. They have outshot in all 7 wins. They outshot their opposition from 3, and Kawhi was a big part of that.
Okay. So now let me ask you something, Adam.
Wait a second. No. Are you going to?
In the wins, okay, I acknowledge you. You said the right thing. I acknowledge what you're saying. I'm adding on to what you're saying now. I acknowledge you. Now let me give you some facts. Kawhi was otherworldly in the Detroit game. He was otherworldly in the Utah game. He was otherworldly in the game against the first game we had in Houston, right?
And that includes from 3.
Exactly. Okay, right? Now let's talk about why. How much turnovers do we have in those games, Adam? We had 10 turnovers in each of them games, right?
They did good in the turnover department.
Number 2 in the league.
I agree with you. And their offense was number 1.
That's what I'm saying, Adam. That's what I'm saying. So it's not about him shooting all them. I'm not talking about the threes. I'm talking about the process in which right now we're coming back. We come back from behind in the third quarter. He shot all his threes, but then he made all his twos. Like, what's the point of shooting over Carl Towns when you got the advantage to go down the lane? You can get to the 15 and shoot 15.
Jamil, you can.
I'm not saying he's not doing a bad thing.
I get you.
But it's not good for us right now.
I get you. But first of all, it has been good for them. That's one of the biggest reasons, again, why they have won 7 of 9. That is one of the big reasons, because Kawhi has been getting up more threes for a team that was not making a lot of threes early in the season. So to say it's not good for them, I think is factually incorrect. Both those things can go hand in hand. They've been the number 1 offense down that time. To act like it's all the defense.
You right there. You hit the nail on the head. That's what it is. It's the number 1 offense and the number 1 defense. It's not about the number 1 killer of the team. Kawhi scoring them points. If that's the case, then we have litter on the front of our jersey and have
a big reason though, Jamil, they've had the number 1 offense is because of Kawhi and because Kawhi getting up more threes.
No, so okay, that's what I'm saying. And Kawhi.
What do you mean? That's what you're saying? You've been saying the opposite.
Kawhi averages the most. What's Kawhi average in free throw? What's the free throws he averages this year, Adam? Since he's shooting so good, right? What's his free throw average this year? He's shooting 10 free throws a game almost, right? Or 8.
He's been getting up 7 since he got on that hot streak.
Okay, and he's making them all, right? Okay. Now defensively, he averages the most steals in the game. So it's not defense, it's not free throws, it's not the rebounds. He's getting the 10, 12 rebounds a game.
It's everything. Right? It's everything, including the threes.
So then why didn't we win when James Harden was scoring that many points? The defense was bad, Adam, and our turnovers were bad, and our offense was bad. I'm just trying to get you to see the bigger picture.
Jamil, the bigger picture is Kawhi Leonard came out and said that he's putting up more threes. He's doing more step backs. He's doing more off the bounce threes. And so far, it has worked since he started doing that.
Okay, to you it worked. To me, I have a different mind than you. I guess I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just trying to get you to understand that's not the process we need with this team. It's understandable.
But
if you
the
wanna do
problem
it
is
with
this
last year's
team
when we
can't
did this
make
team.
enough. The problem, though, my friend, is this team has been losing the three-point battle like every night until the last 3 weeks.
That's why you go inside. I told you before in the beginning of the season, at the very beginning, Adam, I said at the beginning of the season when I first started calling again, I said, give the ball to Zubac. You give the ball
That
to
doesn't
John
help
Collins in the
you
paint.
win the three-point battle.
Yes, it does. If you muck the inside up, then you have an open three-point.
Okay,
You don't have guys
I
like
agree
Chris
with
Dunn
that.
having to
I
fuck
agree.
you and John Collins.
I agree with you. Get to the paint or die trying and get to kick out three-pointers. But I'm telling you that one of the reasons they kept losing is because they kept losing the three-point battle. You think it's a coincidence that all last 7 of their wins have them winning the three-point battle and their last 2 losses have them losing the three-point battle? It's not a coincidence.
Adam, I think it's the fact that they came out. I think it's the fact that they came back to the median as far as other teams making their teams.
I agree. That's
the
part of
reason
it.
why.
That's
Other
part of
teams-
it too. I agree.
Yeah.
It's not one
That's what I'm
thing,
saying.
but I am saying the three-point element is a big part of what's been going on. And like, what are we going
And
to?
that's why you need the Batums and the John Collins and the Chris Dunns to do that. We don't need a Kawhi to shoot that many threes when he's not making them. If he's making them, it's different.
My friend,
That's
if
what I'm saying, Adam.
he can't make them if he doesn't
he's not
take
making
them.
them.
He has to keep shooting them.
But if you shoot 10, if you missed 8 of the last game, that means you're supposed to cut that in half and shoot 4. You can shoot 2 and make 4, miss 2 and make 2.
He went 0 of
like
6.
that.
He went 0
Wow.
of, but so you want to talk to Kawhi? Do you want to tell him? Because he this is the third time I'm going to tell you, Jamil. Jamil, it's the third time I'm going to tell you. Kawhi said a month ago that he's going to evolve his game and take more threes, make or miss, be damned. He's going to evolve his game. And if that means he has to take a step back to take 2 steps forward, I am just relaying the message. And it's been working so far. It's been working. 5 of 9, 5 of 10, 4 of 5, 4 of 12. Like, it's been working. The volume, 6 of 16. Look, that 16 is the most threes he's ever taken in a game, and that just happened against Utah. And when they got hot in the fourth quarter, that's when they blew Utah away. They went 8 of 15 from 3 in that fourth. I'm just saying, like, he's trying to advance his game.
I'm not saying it's bad, Adam. I'm saying with this team, I'm not trying to argue with you, Adam. This team,
I got you.
This team. Doesn't matter about what he's doing, period. I know he's shooting a lot of threes. I want him to do that. Yes, be aggressive. But with this team and then the time he's doing it, when you have the matchups, like when I played basketball, I played all the positions. When you shoot the threes, you get them threes open, you take good-looking threes, high percentage threes, not over call town. You take that advantage, get down the lane. You don't take it over 3 guys. You take the ball out. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're going to shoot them at a high clip and a high percentage in a manner where you know you can be conducive to making it. Don't force them.
But here's the thing.
You know what I mean?
Kawhi, like James Harden, the reason James Harden only shoots like 35%, 36% from 3 is because the majority of the threes that he takes are tough step backs that other guys can't take or make. But the volume being there means it's still a quality shot, even though he's only hitting it at 35% because he gets the volume up. You look at true shooting, you look at effective field goal percentage, it still is helping you be a much more efficient offense overall. Kawhi is adding some of that to his game. No one's going to disagree that open threes are great. Of course they are. Kawhi's not going to get as many of those because the defense isn't going to give them to him.
I agree with you on that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm with you.
If you literally just play from the inside out, Adam, literally he'll get open looks.
Oh, no, they do need to play. I'm with you. They need to play from the inside out, and that means get to the paint or die trying. Touch the paint and spray.
Give Zubac more touches. Give Zubac a lot more touches.
Jamil, you know I'm with you. You know I'm with you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And if he just does that more, I'm just saying, I'm not saying Kawhi doing bad. I'm not saying I'm mad anymore. I'm just saying with this team right here, we can't settle for that. And we can get a better look with Zubac. Like you said last game, we said to me and you agree last game, when you seen Zoo in the middle of the paint, had his hands wide up, he missed Zoo. Like, we got to start trusting Zoo, start trusting John Collins in the paint. That way, when he do get those points, now you double the Zoo now. Now we got a Kawhi there not getting double and triple. Now we got a James Harden coming off the backside of the screen. He getting a quick turnaround, catch and shoot, rather than having to work to get these shots. Because if we don't get this going now, we won't get back to 500.
Well, Jamil, I agree with you. We're on the same page. We just took us a while to get there. Took us a while to get there. I'm with you, my guy. Appreciate the phone call. Good conversation.
Likewise, Audie.
All right.
God bless you, brother. Take care of yourself, man.
Be good. Quick timeout. I love Jamil. He's a great basketball mind, so I wanted to go back and forth with him about that because I know a lot of people could be feeling the exact same way. So it's worth, talking about that subject matter there. Clippers lose in New York 123-111 to the Knicks. We'll see if we have an update coming up next on Kawhi and that right ankle. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to Clippers Talk here on the M570 LA Sports. That was a good phone call.
When you look at a Ford F-150, you'll see a great adventure and so much more.
You ain't got to be Hakeem the Dream. Zubats has right-handed and left-handed hooks. Did you not watch the game tonight?
It's no wonder
He was 11 of 14.
Truck for 48 years and counting. The 2025 Ford F-150 from California's
Same page, different paragraph.
Ford. It's time
That's
to
one
see
way to put it.
forward in a new life.
866-987-2570 if you guys want to get on. Thing is, in today's game, you don't have to be Hakeem either because the paint is less crowded and there's less traditional bigs. He's not going up against David Robinson.
I knew you'd say Mom, how do you feel? I feel great.
Why is Y2 Kenyon always trolling in here?
Let's take a picture. And then when they carry me to the car,
I gave him a timeout for that misinformation about Kawhi. Come on now. Do we got one more timeout, Daniel?
Yeah, one more after this.
What'd you think, Daniel? Was that a worthwhile conversation?
I enjoyed it.
Do I realize how I sound when I say Zubats has right-handed and left-handed? Yeah, he is that skilled. He led the league in hook shots last season, I believe, Ivica Zubats.
Are taking over LA this February. NBA All-Star 2026 brings one.
Yeah, Hakeem would be shooting threes in today's league.
And marquee matchups right here in LA.
But Hakeem also is much more of a focal point as the number one option of his team. Zubats isn't that, but you got to give him looks here and there. And it's a good way to get some easy shots.
Visit NBAevents.com to secure your tickets today. NBA All-Star 2026 Los Angeles. 1 week.
Yeah, we all saw a trade to the Wizards. It is a little bit strange.
This is the Los Angeles Clippers.
I'm not surprised that's where he's going, but I don't know where else he fit. Like, I don't. Clippers falling in New York to the Knicks with a final score of 123-111. It was a 3-point game after the third quarter, but the damage was done. The Clippers, unfortunately, went into a deep shooting funk where they missed 7 straight three-pointers at one point. They went 4 minutes without a made field goal, and their defense let up during that time too. Some of it is understandable. You don't make shots, you can't set your defense. Some of it looked like they weren't giving the same effort when they weren't making shots. Whether you make or miss should not dictate your defensive effort. How hard you play defensively should not be dependent on if you are making or missing shots. Should be totally independent of that. And that's what was disappointing tonight. Because I can handle the open misses from the Clippers, but some of the defensive lapses and some of the easy buckets that the Knicks got weren't happening earlier in the game, shouldn't have happened late in the game. That was disappointing. That's what I'm struggling with. Good phone call from Jamil in Pasadena, by the way. Nice back and forth. What'd that one guy say? Same message, different paragraph. Same page, different paragraph. We eventually got there. Ivica Zubats probably could have gotten a few more touches in the fourth quarter, but they also created good looks and didn't hit them. And you needed at least one of the two young guys, and I know Jordan Miller is about to turn 26, but Kobe Sanders didn't have a great ball game, and he and Jordan Miller are in there with Nico Batum and Zubats and Kawhi Leonard to start the fourth quarter. And your three shooters aside from Kawhi aren't hitting anything, and Kawhi's not even taking shots. Somebody had to get it going from the outside. They missed good looks. You go a 4-minute stretch with only making one field goal against a good team like the Knicks, you're probably going to lose. But I still felt like if the Clippers defense had held up and was playing at the same intensity level, they would have been okay. They would have still had a chance. Instead, they got down by 15 in the fourth, and this one got away from them to the point where the starters got pulled. Live to fight another day. They got 2 games coming up. Brooklyn on Friday, and then Saturday in Washington. Trae Young's probably going to make his debut against the Clippers, of course. But I'm okay with that. If you didn't know, he got traded a little bit earlier. The trade is strange to me only because Washington is incentivized to lose right now. They have been. And if it takes you from having a top 4 pick or a top 5 pick to picking somewhere between, 7 and 10 because you get a few more wins with Trae Young, I would say that's bad process by the organization, especially in this draft. Teams do institutionally tank. The guys out there play hard regardless, but the guys you put out there, well, they may not always be the best. Now, you can say Trae Young might not make him that much better. I think Atlanta went 2-8 when he returned, and the team and the league has smartened up with guys who are too one-sided where they're limited on one end of the court, and Trae Young is that. Very limited defensively. Somebody was in here on Twitter arguing with me the other day about, he's a better defender than James Harden. He can move his feet, and it's like, he can, does he? And he's a smaller guy. James Harden's actually a good post defender and has quick hands and gets a ton of steals. Trae Young is not that. He's as bad as you can get for a guy playing that many minutes out there because what he offers offensively he hurts you so much defensively. We'll see how it goes. I'm interested, but I'm more interested in seeing how the Clippers play against Brooklyn before they take on Trae Young on Saturday with the Washington Wizards. Quick timeout here, 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570. I'm Adam Osland. After the Clippers lose 123-111 in New York to the Knicks. You're listening to Clippers Talk here on AM 570 LA Sports. I agree with you. Trae Young as a 6-man would cook.
Most demanding job.
With that kind of versatility.
I don't know if he's ready to go there. He's got a $48 million player option for next season, by the way. He may opt into it. I don't know if the market's going to be there for him. He definitely ain't getting 48 per year if he's a free agent. Maybe he'll get $100 million over 3 years. I would probably just try to reclaim my value and opt in. And then get it. Hopefully have a big year. But who knows? Maybe he'll ball out with the Wizards and they'll win 15 of the next 20 games. I don't think that's likely.
90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque free 4 months.
How about leads the league in one of the most efficient shots, Ivica Zubats? A shot Jokic takes. I mean, 2 years ago, Zubats was better from 5 to 9 feet than Nikola Jokic was, percentage-wise. It's important because he's not just a rim runner or a dunker. He is a pretty skilled big. I need more of what we saw tonight from Big Zoo. I don't know if the Wizards are going to give him the bag. I know he thinks they are. I don't think he's not getting a max. I don't think. Maybe he gets like 150 million. But what they're looking for is to expedite the learning curve of their young guys to have a more organized offense. That's what they want out of this.
The Ruffles NBA All-Star Celebrity Game, Castro Rising Stars, and the NBA.
But I think it could be a mistake if you don't get a top 5 pick now because you win too many games. You're a team that was trying to bottom out.
This is LA Clippers.
Disappointing loss by the Clippers. A 3-point game with 12 minutes left turns into a 123-111 loss to the Knicks in New York at Madison Square Garden. Welcome back into Clippers Talk. I'm Adam Osland. Haven't seen any post-game quotes from Coach Lue or any video that it's made its way to social media yet, even on the great Law Murray's X account right now. But I didn't like seeing the Clippers defense fall apart just because shots weren't falling. And there were too many possessions like that in the fourth quarter. They played way too good of a ball game to lose like that. Shots are not always going to be there, make or miss league, but your defense, that's what you hang your hat on. You can't get ambushed like that with a few wide open drives and offensive rebounds by the Knicks in that fourth quarter against the Clippers for extra possessions. That's the part that bothers me. They let go of it defensively. Let's see. The Knicks had 11 offensive rebounds entering the fourth quarter. Yeah, the Knicks had 5 offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter. You can't give up those second chance opportunities. They ended up with 25 points off second chance opportunities. And in the fourth quarter alone, they had 7 second chance points because of those 5 offensive rebounds. Got to be better there. And defensively, they just weren't as sound. They weren't as connected. James Harden had some really poor defensive possessions. I know you can say, well, it's James Harden. No, it's not always like that. It's not. He had a good rip away. Who was it on? OG Anunoby in the first half? He stopped him on a fast break opportunity. James Harden, at worst, has quick hands out there. But I at least need to see the type of defense for 48 minutes that we have been seeing from this Clippers team. That cannot go by the wayside because of a couple losses. They've lost two of 3 now. And they're going into Brooklyn, and you may think the Nets are tanking. Don't tell Michael Porter Jr. that. Michael Porter Jr. has been able to scale up his game just like we all thought coming out of college. Let me tell you, if he didn't have multiple back surgeries, he's probably the number 1 pick. And now it looks like him as a focal point and the number 1 option for a team, he's efficiently getting 25 per night. And he has helped win them games. It's not just empty numbers. He's a problem. He's been lethal. It's a dangerous game as well because you look over the last 15 games or so, the Brooklyn Nets have the 3rd best defense in the league the last 15 games. Last 15 games, Clippers are only 17th. Brooklyn's defense for a while was the number 1 defense in the league. Now, if you go last 10 games, Clippers have the 4th best defense. Brooklyn's 10th. They're not as bad as you would think. This is not some team that's going to roll over. Even though their owner and GM might want them to because they're another team that would like to get back into the lottery again. Another bite at the apple for a better pick. But the Clippers, Friday's a big game. You got to get that game. And really, I think you need the next 2 on this road trip. I don't think you can afford to go 1-2. And I misspoke. They're not taking on Washington on Saturday. They're taking on the Pistons the second night of a back-to-back. Washington is at Intuit Dome next Wednesday. So excuse me there. You better get this Brooklyn game because the Pistons are going to be out for revenge against the Clippers after what Kawhi did to them at Intuit Dome. So front end of a back-to-back, I mean, for a team that's 13-23, you better win in Brooklyn on Friday. because Saturday is going to be tough. Now, the hope is Kawhi's okay. I haven't seen any update on his ankle. He played the fourth quarter. I would assume he's ready to go, but you don't know that. Could have been adrenaline keeping him going. Regardless, with Kawhi, without Kawhi, with James Harden, without James Harden on Friday against Brooklyn, that's just one of those games you have to get because Detroit, they're waiting. They're going to try to ambush the Clippers on Saturday. One of the best teams in the league, who the Clippers took down when they were at the top of the Eastern Conference. I think, did they get back up there now? That was one of the best victories of the Clippers for a reason. Detroit is that good. And they are currently, yes, back at the top. They got a 4-game lead on the Knicks in second place. Detroit's 28-9. They had a little bit of a lull. Wasn't just the Clippers that got them. Utah beat them during that stretch too. And they lost to Miami, but they've won 3 in a row. So, circle Brooklyn, big game Friday. Clippers need a victory over the Nets. Tip off at 4:30, pregame at 3:30, just like today. Before we get out of here, I do want to thank the Clippers organization, Ralph Lawler, Brian Seaman, Noah Eagle, Carlo Jimenez on the call. The callers, the listeners, Big Brother Jake Warner, shout out. Our producer back here in the bank, though, Daniel West, doing big work. Thank you, Daniel. I'm Adam Oslin. Talk to you guys on Friday. Clippers in Brooklyn taking on the Nets. Tip off at 4:30, pregame show here at 3:30.